Hello, this is a new video. A little while since my last one. I had a few bugs that I had to fix and learn and stuff, and I have now learned how to do screen stuff on OBS. So I can now go. I'm creating page one. I'm going to switch to main. There we go. So this is our main screen. So as we had before, we had the main sort of setup. I've swapped over to another hard drive, so it's actually a bit faster. Now I'm going to do my first puzzle. So we've got, as normal, our setup. A few things that I've changed is I've had a look at thing there. I've changed the forward and backward because I preferred arrows. So if we go to hotspots, media. So what is the? Let me have a quick look at the non-VR version. So loading up what we've got so far. And while drinking my tea. Actually, it might not work, but I'll show you. Well, actually, no. Let's have a look. We've got this so far, so we're moving through into here. So this is our current setup. It does look roughly right. So something I want to do is add a puzzle where you find a box of matches in this drawer here. I added some hotspots already, and when you do it, you can then light the fire, which is here. But obviously this has already been all set up and done, so we've already got this. So I'm going to go back into my main. So we've not got that in this version, and you can see there we've not got that. So got a thunderstorm going on outside. How exciting! I'm going to open up my finals, and I have created a few. On my finals, I've got no fireplace dining room 1 and 2, no fireplace living room, and no fireplace hallway. And I've named them all slightly differently just to make it a bit weird. Let me just change them. So I'm going to start loading them in. So I've got now upload and replace, a couple of extra stuff happening there. And we have torrential rain outside, just to add a little bit of atmosphere. So let's stick the hallway in first. So the hallway is now in. Upload another one. Living room. Dining room. And second one. So that brings them all in. So let's look at the hotspots. Now I've actually added some hotspots. There's one thing I've added, which is so let's look at what I've done and what I haven't done, because I played around and it didn't work and I kind of screwed it up. I didn't mean to. So let's go to dining room, no fireplace 1. So this is a hotspot that we need to add. Now one of the things I'd uploaded was Welsh dresser, and that's the Welsh dresser there. So if I go back to dining room, so we want this to link to the Welsh dresser. I'm going to use a cursor, which is the examine cursor. I'm going to add a hotspot that's roughly over that area, like so. It's going to link to the Welsh dresser, like so. And it's a door, so that should take us through to that Welsh dresser. Now I'm going to go to the Welsh dresser, and that should already have a few things set up. So in Welsh dresser we have the top one, and this is full cover. So everything around doesn't need a hotspot, because everything but the hotspots afterwards will highlight the return. So it allows me to have a return, right? And secondly, we have a matchbox. So there's a little matchbox there. It's an overlay, this one here, and it's a hand icon. I've got it set as a key, which is this here, and it needs a name, which is called Matchbox, for it to work. So we have the Matchbox set up there. Now I'd have just dragged and dropped the Matchbox onto there when I'd have wanted to set that up, and the cursor and everything. I've got it set to keep key, so after it's used, you keep the matches. They don't return to its original location. And I've got no variables. Nothing happens if there's a variable set. If I had returned to it, then it would return to the actual drawer when it's been used with its lock. But what I could also do there is, if variable set, which is matchbox set, I could have it hide, so it could return to the drawer and then be hidden, which means that effectively it disappears from the Great Game. So we've got that set up. Now let's look at what else we've got. So we've got all these new fireplace sections. So let's go to the hallway no fireplace. So we've got to set up some of the cursors to take us through to the different place. And you can see there we haven't got anything in there. So it's all dark in there. And the idea of this this puzzle, if you can call it that, is that it allows you to light the fire and then you can see other things in the room. Until you do that, you can't see them. So this is kind of it's a very story-driven kind of game. It's not really puzzle-driven, so it's kind of, they're not going to be ridiculously hard puzzles or anything like that. But they're just going to allow you to move around the house. So we've got that. That goes to the living room, no fire. We have to have the one at the back as well. Okay, so that one take us through. That should take us through to. That one's set to none. Should be set to door. This one to door. This should go to the porchway, like so. So porchway. Now, I'm going to also set this up so it connects directly through. So now, actually, that will happen in a little bit. But as you can see, so we've got that. Let's set up all the other things. And I'll do that as quickly as I can. So, room no fire. Goes through to hallway. Oh, I've got two hallway no fires. That's confusing, isn't it? Which one am I doing? I must have forgotten to delete the other one. Okay, I'm going to go to that and delete. And living room no fire. And that one. Takes us through to dining room 2, I believe. Yep. And so it goes to that one there. It goes to dining room 2. There needs to be a door as well. To dining room 2. Yep. Haha. Remembered. So door takes us through to living room no fire. That takes us through to dining room no fire 1. There's also a door. Door. And then we got dining room no fire 1. So we've got that takes us through to there. That will go through to somewhere at some point, but not at the moment. Cursor icon. So like so. And that takes us through to dining room 2, no fire. That's a door. So that should allow us to walk around as per. And let's have a little look at that actually. So loading up the non-VR version. So as we got, so first off, I think we're actually already in the game. We need to really connect it up fully. So let's go to the porch, because the porch is where things were. Let's do the whole puzzle and then work it out afterwards. So the porch is an example where it should go through to a different place. So we've got a porch here at the moment. So this should take us through to our hallway. Now it does. It takes us through to the hallway, but that's wrong. We want it to actually go through to the hallway, no fire. And once the actual puzzle has been done, we want that link to change to the hallway, just standard hallway. We know that the actual lock key is called matchbox, like so. So what this means is that this will go through to the hallway unless matchbox variable is set, and then it will go to the hallway. Nope, that's the wrong way around. This goes to the hallway, like so. So let me just check that that's right. Hallway, matchbox, hallway. So when the puzzle's done, instead of going through to the hallway no fire, it will go through to the hallway. Let's go into the hallway. So now this goes through and connects up with all of the hallways which have the fire roaring away. It's a little section cut off. So what's another place where that would happen? I think it's when you come in through another door, but we actually only have one door which would actually refer to that. So you would also set it on this door as well, but we haven't wired that up, or this door as well, which we haven't wired up. So so at the moment that connects that. So let's go to the actual puzzle itself. So let's go through to the living room no fire. So at the moment we've got that place to that place, and we need to set a living room situation. So I'm going to load an overlay, and this overlay is under drawings and then rooms, and I've got it under living room fire master, and then there's a PNG here. So drag that in, take a little while to load, and there it is. You can see there's a little fireplace. Now I can actually show you this, demonstrate what's going on here. So what's going on here is that this is the actual background. This is just a still, but when you hover over it, this happens, like so. So what we've got here, as you can see there, you can see that it's lit up there. Right? This needs to be a lock, and it needs the same name as matchbox. So when the lock and the key have the same name, they work together, they interact together, and then they set the variable. Right? So lock and matchbox set variable, and if you've got a link set in this, it will then load that link and it will send you through. So we want it to load through to the living room, which has the fire on, and that effectively should do it, I believe. So let's give it a go. So actually one thing is that we've got in here, we've got boat.mp4. So that means it's going to start at the boat, because I've actually got things saved in there at the moment. So let's look at this. So there's my inventory. I'm going to load a new game. So we're at the boat now. So this is a brand new game. So we should have nothing in the inventory, and we don't have anything in the inventory, as we can see there. So we go through, go in, and yes, there's no fire going on in there. The rain outside. We go through. So we've got that. Now, interesting, it should fade in and out, but it's not doing that. Why is it not doing that? Let's have a look. The reason it's not doing it is I'm not actually giving it a size and a place. So hopefully that should do it. And if it doesn't do it, I'll have to fix it. But that will be some programming on top of this. And I believe it's some programming on top of this. But ultimately, that should be something we can use. So we go through, we've still got it dark in there. Still dark in there. We can look in here. And we can pick up the matchbox. And we've got the matchbox there. And actually something to note, as you can see there, everything is back, like so. Right, so we go forward to here and here. And we can use the matchbox with that. I will fix that for the next and maybe even add it onto this. So so let's open the inventory. No, let's open the inventory. Let's try and remember how to use the inventory. And we use the matchbox on here. Fingers crossed. It doesn't work. Do you know, I'm going to pause it, I'm going to fix it, and hopefully come back. Talk to you in a little bit. Once I work out how to pause it. Hello, I return again. I worked out the problem, not of the fade, which is I'm going to look at, but the reason it didn't work as a puzzle. And the reason it didn't work as a puzzle is I spelt Matchbox with a capital B everywhere else apart from the name of the key. So I changed that to Matchbox. Let's go back to the hallway. Let's go back to the hallway. Go for non-VR. Wait for that to load up. One of the reasons why I'm stopping occasionally and there are edits and things like that is partly one of the best ways to find bugs is to use it. And secondly, I actually want to make it with you guys and gals as we go along. So so at the moment we can see that. So if we open the inventory, that's not the inventory, that's the inventory. Take the matches out and I use the matches on the fireplace. There we go, it loads up that and we've now got the fireplace. We've still got the matches as they weren't returned, and because that's linked to a whole different section, you can see that it's now on the fire. And with any luck this should take us through not to the hallway with no fireplace, but to the hallway with a fireplace. And it does. So there you go. So working through each little stage, getting there bit by bit. And that's how to do a puzzle. I'm going to continue doing this. I'm going to fix some of the errors. There's lots of little updates that I'd like to make. Glitches that I'd like to fix. Like some weird little glitches there, I can see there. I think the reticule could be better. It's just like a faded thing. And here, I think this could be nicer. You can show the fireplace. So I'm probably going to work on that. And I will probably replace those elements outside of doing a new tutorial. So the idea now is that you can now, hopefully, well not hopefully, I've got assets to look at the record player and the bookshelf and the television. And I'm going to make one for the painting as well, and you'll be able to look at these items and examine them, and there'll be extra puzzles within that as well. So so yes, that's the next stage of the process. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy watching it as I enjoy making it. I've got end screen, which I'm going to hit in now. Ta-da! Keep an eye out. I'm actually going to be releasing it on Steam soon as well as a demo, so you'll be able to actually play this on the 1st of July, so keep an eye out for that. And I hope everybody's safe, keeping happy, keeping dry, and see you all soon. Bye.